Howdy and welcome, Virtual Reality Medic here. Prayers for Damar Hamlin and prayers for his family. I am a lifelong Bills fan, always have been, always will be. Even if I wasn't a Bills fan, we still would never want to see something like this happen to anyone, be it on the football field or anywhere else. So prayers for Mr. Hamlin, prayers for his family, and for a speedy recovery. But let's talk about what Commotio Cordis is, because that's been floating around the internet. Commotio Cordis, you're seeing it in a lot of places. Well, let's talk about what it is. In order for the heart to beat effectively, the atria contract and then the ventricles contract and then the atria, ventricles, so on and so forth. Now, Commotio Cordis is a very rare incident, and it has to happen at a specific time during the cardiac cycle, the electrical cycle, and it has to happen at a very specific place. Now, that hit has to be very close to the ventricles and the area between the atria and the ventricles. Okay? The other thing is that it has to be at an exact time, and that exact time is actually here in the cardiac cycle. It is right between the area of the end of the ST segment and the very top of the T wave over here. Okay? So the very end of the ST segment, very top of the T wave, and this is a very dangerous period in the cardiac cycle because it's called the relative refractory period. And in the relative refractory period, an outside force can act upon the heart and cause it to change its normal rhythm. Now what happens is when that force hits at that exact moment, at that exact spot, it can send the heart into ventricular fibrillation. And that's what that looks like over here is ventricular fibrillation. Now, in ventricular fibrillation, the heart is essentially just quivering, and it's not pumping blood effectively. So you're not getting blood around the body, you're not getting blood up to the brain, and essentially what has to be done is we need CPR. We need CPR and we need immediate defibrillation. Okay, so let's say you're working a baseball game or something like that, or maybe you're a coach. What you know is that that athlete took a hit to the chest, and that hit to the chest could have caused this situation. And so what's really important is CPR and defibrillating as soon as we can. Now, you may have an AED, an automated external defibrillator, or you may have something like this, or one of my healthcare colleagues, and that's what we need to do. Okay, so that's what Commotio Cordis is. It is a disruption in the electrical activity in the heart, causing the patient to go into VFib. CPR, in early defibrillation, make sure that you get those going. That way you may save your patient's life. Okay, again, prayers to Damar Hamlin and to his family. We absolutely hope to see a quick recovery and best. This is the Virtual Reality Medic. I will see you on the next one.